Now, police remain on high alert following claims of a nationwide strike by truck drivers. Major routes, including the N3 between Johannesburg and Durban, are expected to be affected as holiday makers return from long weekend destinations. For more on this, we're joined now by Dr. Legohu Mogodi, who is with the SA Black Bulk Transporters Association. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time. In just assessing what has happened and transpired along routes today, what would you say is the assessment of the roads?
Good evening and good evening to your listeners. We're welcome to be part of this conversation this evening. The assessment, it shows that we expect this particular action to have some effect in terms of the economy. As you know, that N3 was picked intentionally as is one of our important trade channels between the port and the inlet. So we're expecting some significant interruption of that channel in terms of the economic activity.
If you speak about the economy, and we know what the current state is at the moment, especially looking how the supply chain is already under pressure, is that not, to the detriment of the truck drivers themselves, besides the broader picture of the bigger impact on the economy?
From an economic point of view, one won't necessarily say is the case with regard to the fight of this truck driver. We must take cognizance that this organization that is organizing this particular action, it's fighting for the plight for the drivers that cannot get opportunity because of some behaviors of some of these employers who decided that they will transgress national laws, labor laws, and immigration laws by continuing to employ foreigners. Whereas we know that truck driving is not a scarce skill. It's supposed to be exclusively done by locals or citizens instead of being allowed to be one of the skills that are given priority to the foreigners. Yes, we take cognizance of the economical pressure that some of these employees are faced with because of the economical recycling that is paid at them. However, it's still essential, and also from the government point of view, want to ask the government to continue to ensure that the laws of the countries are enforced accordingly.
So with the strike, is it just more of a demonstration of the power of local truck drivers as they ventilate their frustrations?
Not necessarily. It's beyond that. We've been on this journey for the last 5 years. This issue was raised in the early of 2017, and we have couple engagement, obviously, between the employers and the government. And even today, we're still talking about this issue that we believe should have been resolved many years ago. We also understand from the government with the issue of the lack of enforcement, in particular of the immigration, has continued to create and perpetuate this problem continuously. So as I was saying, it's important and it's essential that laws need to be enforced, because laws have also, if you don't enforce the law, they in any way impact into the economic justice that needs to be in place with regard to the citizens.
Dr. Mogodi, what would you say is the ratio of, local drivers to foreign nationals that has really resulted in this frustration being vented out again on the streets? Because you make mention of it. It's not the first time. It's been an ongoing journey which has supposedly fallen on deaf ears.
Look, the unfortunate part is this problem is actually concentrated in the KZN area, because most of employees in that province, they sort of, one would put it in a mild way, they just tell the government that we're not going to follow your instruction, we'll do as you wish because it's our economic benefit. Yes, there's certain element of it within the inlands and other provinces, but it's very, very significant in KZN because of that. And also because of the fact that KZN, as including Limpopo and Mpumalanga, are also in the same areas, in the borders of where most of the immigrants are coming. So the percentage it's not significant in terms of the numbers, but in terms of the impact, it's the issue of the impact more than of the number. And impact will mean that because of the high employment rate in our country, any one job that is lost is more than a job enough for us to be worried about it. And that's where this is. So if we don't want to come with the issue of this 100 versus 10, because that's not necessarily the impact. We are more interested in the impact more than just counting numbers.
So what's the next step? What will happen now? Is the strike ongoing? Has government come back to you? What's happening?
Because we don't necessarily represent the strikers per se. We actually coming from the employer side, which, as we say, that we are participating in a discussion to resolve this issue with various stakeholders. So we have seen the strike in the past. The strike will probably going to continue to have some impact, force everyone to come to the table. But however, we will see this happening again in the next period again because of the fact of poor enforcement of the current law. And also, not only just poor the fact that even the immigration law, I mean, the Department of Labor has issues, what they call them, scarce skills. That also needs to be reviewed because some of the what you call scarce skills there, they're not particular skills. And all this misfiring from the government continue to perpetuate this problem. So it's important, particular, that the government is bold enough to be able to resolve this issue. Else we'll continue to see this disruption going on continuously.
Very well. Thank you so much for your time. We're going to have to leave it there for now. That was Dr. Legohu Mogodi from the South African Black Bulk Transporters Association.